How we doing?
Oh, you know, just the classic LMP, just need a tune.
Not the just need a tune.
I was like, leak this thing down. It didn't leak down good.
Just showing them how you work.
I'm sure someone will say I'm doing it wrong.
Got your assistant Chili part-time.
Part-timer. Free help. I'll buy him dinner. Beer bulb. Solid state relays down there.
Looking good there, bud.
Getting
Looking
there.
good.
It's time consuming.
So
What do you
all
mean?
the injectors will go into that one plug right there.
What do you mean? You're gonna finish it in a 15-minute YouTube video. I'll take that one. That's true.
Yeah.
Not gonna fail.
Whoa!
Stranger danger.
It's coming together.
It's okay.
Everything labeled. Alright. We got Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob. Hello there. How we doing?
Oh, you know, just the classic LMP, just need a tune.
Not the just need a tune. That's a red flag. That's like when
So-
when girls ask you what your sign is off the jump.
Guy was saying his car was feeling a little down on power, and he put meth on it, and he said it was the same ever since, and took it to the track, and it just wasn't running right. And I noticed when it came here that it was missing pretty good.
Right.
So I was like, okay, so we're moving it around, getting ready for the tune, and then I'm like, you know what? We're gonna pull the plugs of the plugs. I seen the plugs were covered in oil. It's like,
Ooh.
big dog was like, go ahead, just leak her down. And I was like, the first one, cylinder 7 was like 40%. And I was like, that's a good start. So then it kept going down, and then 3 and 5 were like high 20s. And then number 1, I thought it was a typo or I thought something was going on with the leak down test. I'm like, there's no way this thing was running. It was at like 85%. So I tested again, and as soon as you took the cap off the dry sump tank, it was just coming out past the rings. So we were like, all right, that's enough to pull the motor.
Right.
Which we figured this what was gonna be wrong with it. So,
Right.
So just more investigating, found out his cats were clogged up. So that's another reason we don't like high flow cats, because when they start messing up, and it's too late if they're not like coming out the exhaust or plugging up the exhaust.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
could still cause issues like this. Like you could seen that quite a few times. Got that one.
Wowzers.
Got that one cracked. 6 of these are cracked actually. We keep going through. That one's cracked. That one's cracked if you can't guess. That one's cracked.
6 out of the 8 are cracked.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like all of this right here, that's all heat. Like you see how I wish you could feel it. It feels like sandpaper.
No, you can.
You can see the
probably
difference.
tell. I think y'all should be able to tell the texture versus the shiny part right under it.
So when your cats are clogging up, all that back pressure, it's creating a lot of heat in the cylinder. And that'll cause rings to pinch, cylinder walls get tore up, and then a combination of a subpar tuner, and you get detonation, and then you rattle the pistons till they crack.
Right.
But these people should thank goodness that these rods are as strong as they are, because a lot of people would be sending rods if they weren't, they weren't beefy.
Yeah.
If this is an LT1, it would be windowed, blocked, no question.
Right.
So,
Right. No, it's crazy to think that, like that piston you showed with that whole chunk missing.
yeah.
That one right here. Imagine, y'all, your car runs and then you pull it apart and your piston looks like that.
We've seen them to where you can't really tell. I mean, there's a slight vibration because then you got to think the balance of the motor's off because the piston's lost a chunk of weight.
Right.
So it's a little out of balance. But it's just a common trend. Like people complain about their car either being down on power or it's eating spark plugs,
Right.
stuff like that, or they got oil in the plugs. 90% of the time it's this
Yeah.
with the LT4. So
Yeah.
that's why you got to keep good fuel in it and have a tuner that knows what he's doing.
What do you think about this, bud?
Not surprised. Tell you when I had 28 degrees of timing and it was not happy.
You said how much time?
28.
28 degrees of timing in this bad girl?
It's lucky it's not worse.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. Add more
The
time.
nitrous guys, I'll put more time in it, okay? I'll be out there tomorrow holding my hands out for the hood scoop. This guy runs Mason Dixon, by the way.
Yeah.
Feel sorry for him.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
He is a good dude.
When I went to the track rental with that one, Matt ran at the track and I met him there. And I just looked at a log and I was like, ooh. I was like, and he sent it in here for he's got a noise and a torque tube, wanted a converter, and then I was like, leak this thing down. It didn't leak down good. So
I didn't get to the other side. The other side seems like it would have been more of a problem.
yeah, number one was about 80%, and she had a lot of oil in the plugs. I was like, this ain't gonna live much longer.
Yeah, so this is that unfortunate thing that is way too common with cars we never touched.
There's a lot of cars out there that are riding around with piston skirts off of my promise.
Oh
You see it on
yeah.
bolt-on cars too. It's not just.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Most of them
100%.
leak. Hey, they'll leak fucking 35, 40 with skirts knocked off. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll still leak good.
Yeah, they'll fucking.
Yeah, 'cause I guess if the rings,
This one didn't leak good
Number
though.
7 had a cracked skirt too, and that was leaking at 40.
Well,
they lose their tension.
The
so-
stock material in these pistons aren't like the skirts break, right? Because it's such a hard material. But aftermarket piston, like a good aftermarket piston, they'll fold the skirts in. They won't crack or break. You have to measure the skirts, make sure not, they'll fold in on the bottom instead of breaking because it's soft. And same with like if you melt the piston, the center will cave in or outside. These will just break typically.
Right. And just
I don't
turn
think I've ever seen one of these melt.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but it could happen, I guess, but they usually break. But the ring lost a lot of tension, and these factory rings they're not made to handle the heat the same was being put through, but the tune-up was off for sure, so.
Yeah. Clog cats with
That's
meth,
all. It's just a
with-
recipe for disaster.
how much was this thing supposedly making?
I don't know, you went 930.
Okay, so it's making
something.
power. It's making
At least
power.
900.
We like to cook green cats.
But if you live somewhere where it's safe to, I don't know.
I don't think anywhere is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This world's going to shit.
Hopefully, next 4 years will be all right.
Careful there, bud. I don't want to get a strike or something.
I don't give a shit.
Steve
can chime in if he wants. He can put a little sentence.
Oh, y'all don't. Hey, look, I'm not
You
trying.
follow B-Saying
I'm not trying to throw Steve under the bus, but
story.
man, y'all don't play about them politics around Steve because he don't play.
He'll let you fucking know. All right, he'll let you know.
Yes, sir.
Well, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him right. I think we're just gonna do a little, probably rod piston motor and call it a day.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
I'll tell you, these factory rods are badass.
I was telling them they should be lucky if they're as strong as they are, because it'd be
That's
center
what
rods.
he was talking about that.
That's all Dell's got in his.
Those are the same rods Dell's got.
Same motor. It's just he's just got a piston in his.
Yeah, with the right tuner and the right combination.
We massage his a little bit. His borrowed time for sure.
Yeah.
I've been saying that over a year though, so don't worry. We got something cooking up for him over there.
Yeah, don't worry. Look at that behind you. You see that, right? I'm literally
That's a
filming
pretty
you.
color.
You got a Ford behind you. That's pretty much it for now. I'd just like to show you guys carnage when we get some.
I wish I could. I got another. Hold on, stay right here. Talking about breaking pistons. This perfect example.
So what you got here?
We got a little LSA piston out of a V2 that was having some issues. He actually had dropped the valve, but this isn't the piston that dropped the valve. This is another piston. Let's see if I can get it moved. You see the cracks right there? That one and that one. So remember how he's talking about?
Slide. Just slide. Hold on, let me turn the slide on this one.
See that right there? Oh, I just finished it off, but see how he's talking about the
Oh
stock
shit!
piston?
You just took a chunk out, damn.
But yeah, this one was another one that came in that was running weird and started leaking it down, and this one was leaking down. Basically, it had nothing in the cylinder. So then leaked down another one, and I heard air coming up the other side, and I was like, what the hell? So I take the valve cover off, and it dropped the valve.
Right.
So, but yeah, this guy had a combination of things going on.
I just wanted to show you guys because we got the nice opportunity of having this thing here, and this car is literally like the perfect example of something with all our stuff on it. We got our parachute kit. Show off parachute handle. That's a part of the parachute kit. The ZL1 trunk meth tank. There's a lot more under here hiding, but ZL1 front tank. LMP heat exchanger. Lids. This is the catalog car right here.
Yeah.
Everything. Super, super clean. Turned out nice.
Oh yeah, we did a trans on it too. We did 10-speed.
Dude,
I
mean,
forgot
it's
about
like,
that
who cares,
part.
right?
Yeah.
You know, that's not important or
That's
anything.
what we were forgetting. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the full.
Yeah,
full
this
deal.
is LMP of MD right here. If you came to us and were like, hey, I want everything you guys sell for a ZL1
This is
with
what
the
you
stock blower and like make as much as you can, like this is it.
get. Right.
So, and still be nice.
Yeah.
And still be
It's
nice.
Still a ZL1.
Yeah, this is full
100%.
interior, full
Stock
panels,
exhaust,
full everything.
Stock muffler.
Yeah, besides the back seat out, I know somebody might, oh, that's not full interior. Into the track. What's its fastest time he's got so far in this?
I have no idea.
920s full weight?
AC. Heat.
Look at the engine bay. We ain't even cleaned this thing.
It's it's.
Licked up.
We just put a
Looks
trans.
like,
in
it looks
We
like
haven't even
from when it
wiped
left,
down.
when I finished it.
Yeah, Fuzz literally put a trans in it, so it's literally just been worked on. And I don't even think he wiped it down.
No, I didn't.
So,
Not yet.
yeah, that just goes to show Matt Yost is the man. Sounds like she's shifting good there, bud.
Full built, baby.
Yeah.
952. We put Q16 in it, mixed with E85. You want it to have like a track tune. I'm a big fan of race gas, so it made a little bit more last time. They made 935.
Yes, with some nice shocks. Let y'all see what's going on here. My guy. So is this the last step for you?
No, I'm almost on though. I'm getting there.
He came and we were here Saturday, so when you guys finally see this, we recorded all those clips on Saturday. I didn't come in Sunday. He came in Sunday. Kept going.
Yeah, by myself.
You're a RN.
I like when work by myself.
Honestly, dude, I don't blame you for wanting to wire all by yourself. So you can be locked in. No distractions. Check that out.
Lock out on.
You know what's so funny? Everybody thinks that video's right now. That's old news, y'all. That's old news. So, we coming out this year to make more than 1,100. I don't know what all these dudes talking about.
I don't know how much more we can make, but we'll see.
We're gonna try.
It's a lot for a little gain, I tell you that.
Yeah, it's coming together, man. I'm really excited. I'm waiting on some parts. I'm about to finish the battery shut off in here. A lot of little things, man. A lot of little things. You know, last year we did a cage in 3 days and all that jazz. This year it's like we got to do all the little teeny tidying up, doing little stuff. So this thing should be a whole different animal this time around.
I say that every year. We gain about 30 horsepower a year.
You know, that ain't bad though. 30 horsepower a year.
2/10.
Yeah. If we're on pace to keep going what we've been doing, then they in trouble.
There's a wall.
They in trouble.
There's a wall, but they're out there running right now, so it's funny.
There is a wall, but I'll tell you what, man. I don't know. If anything, you know, we'll hit a wall after this. But I think this is the only way we were going to break through last year. So,
Yeah, it's 100%.
So
I said last year was it, but I'm like, I could probably. I learned things through this year on
sure enough.
fast stuff. So
Yeah, but I'm gonna leave him to it. I don't want to distract him no more. But just give you all an update, man. This thing's coming together.
You know, we got a new product coming out.
Yeah, well, I guess it's not necessarily
product, not really.
this is going to be specialty, but it might really come in handy. This is a LT4 swapped SS Camaro.
Yep.
They don't have mounts for a heat exchanger
Nope.
from the factory.
Yeah,
so,
the radiator sport's a little different than the ZL1.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. So we made these adapter brackets that adapt to the factory radiator to mount your heat exchanger.
Yep.
You have an SS and you're doing the LT4 swap and you want to do a nice heat exchanger, or say you even want to do a front tank. You know, you would want to let us know that that's what you got going on so
Yep.
that we can send you these brackets.
Or you might put it on the website as a drop-down menu, like if it's for a swap car. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah. We might just throw them up on there, you know, LT4 swap, heat exchanger, you know, brackets or whatever.
Yep.
But it just turned out nice. You still have a good bit of adjustment.
Yeah, and the ports are in a lot better spot for running lines. Like, so a lot of these kits come with these goofy, like, I think it's a Whipple heat exchanger, but it just makes the line routing really goofy. So I'm
Yeah.
coming up with a solution for that too for the front tank, so you can provide all the info for doing the lines.
Are we putting a front tank on this?
Yep, front tank.
Okay, so he's got the little bundle action going.
Yeah,
on
and then he's doing a trunk meth tank and kit too. So
for the,
Alki kit.
the ZL1 trunk met tank.
Everything in the trunk's the same, basically.
Yeah,
so that's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
all the same.
Yeah. So I can see you got some actual fittings on there.
Yeah, it's gonna be some 90
more-
hoses. No
no
more.
more
That was
that.
like literally this hose was. That's how it was routed. It was up here and it was kinked going back through because they have the ports on the same side of the heat exchanger, which I don't know why they do that.
This is going to be a lot simpler.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what the motor setup. I think it's a cammed LT1 with a LT4 blower. Don't quote me on that.
My bad.
But he's doing the meth and stuff to keep it safe, you know, keep the octane good, not have to worry about detonating and blowing them up. Because that's really what kills these things, because the pistons in these are weak. And the rods aren't terrible. Some people get away with just doing pistons and not rods, but they're just not the same as the LT4.
Yeah.
So, see what's up. It can't be that big because he has a sway bar. Hold on, what does that say? 965. I don't know. He got a kind of a
Yeah,
big
that's a-
lower on it.
that's a
So I don't know.
965.
Maybe this is a rod piston motor. I don't know. I got to ask Bob.
Yeah.
But I would not run that on a stock bottom and an LT1. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
It's got some ported blower. I don't think it's Kong. It looks kind of rough.
Not my. I
Might
don't
be
know.
another company out there.
Looks
But like the transition from the snout to the blower, just like I don't know. It don't even like they ported them on the same.
I've seen plenty of Kongs. That's not Kong quality. So
See if I can talk him into the catch can because, like I said, I have no idea. He kind of has this just venting right now, so it's really the motor's not doing nothing with the crankcase, so it's not good. We got another one over there. It's like we never had two in the shop at the same time.
oh, is that a SS converted?
Yeah, that's a SS with the LT4 conversion.
Ah.
Yeah, we never had two in the shop at the same time that I'm aware of.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess this is a lot more common than it seems. Well, I will say this though, if you're out there and you already have this LT4 swap and you need a front tank and a heat exchanger, make sure you get these.
I don't recommend this kit though because the pump placement is kind of goofy. So
Does
I
it
like.
actually, is that where it sits?
Yes. That's where it sits. But that one over there has a factory mount with a factory style pump, which makes it way
which
similar,
goes
way more
right
similar
there.
to doing the line. Like if you did a front tank install, it would be way more similar. Like this one, I have a way of doing it, but it's not going to look the same as if you did it on that car. So I know there's like a couple different kits out there that they make them. Some people piece them together themselves, but I would rather just do all the OEM brackets and pump stuff.
Yeah, my man Kyle here, he was supposed to just be doing a LMP ZL1 front bumper tank because they fit on the Camaros with the ZL1 front end. You know what I mean?
Well, pre-2019
Yeah,
SS
yeah,
and
yeah.
all ZL1s.
We had to make a tank if he was gonna have a front tank. I whipped up something quick. Oh look, I literally got measurements all over my hand. I can make this in the ZL1 fixture. Everything is remotely the same to the ZL1 minus the sides, the front, you know, the shape somewhat, but the concept is exactly the same. Has a little bit less capacity because I had to
Yeah.
cut her down, but it should still hold like 2.5 gallons.
I mean, it's better than
the coffee cup.
better than that. That's
The coffee cup, that's what I
the
like to
typical
call 'em.
ones they come with.
Yeah. This one, you'll actually be able to get some volume and, of course, ice. You've also done some other stuff cleaning up the engine bay. What you got going
Oh,
on?
100%.
Run it. Give them the rundown.
So he's gonna do basically all of our, engine bay stuff: lid, catch can. He did our aux fuel system. I don't think we talked about. I didn't even know he was getting that last time in the video.
No, we
You
didn't.
might be able to see it back in there. You'd probably be better off coming on that side.
Yeah, well, I can show them
But,
your wiring over here for the aux kit.
I got the. So basically, it's gonna look like a ZL1. This is exactly how I do all the stage 4 cars we do with the
Right.
aux kits and all that.
Yeah, I mean, we even use the ZL1 aux pump bracket for this even.
Yep. The only difference between the 6th gen SSs and the ZL1s is the flexible fuel line that runs
Oh,
to
yeah,
that
yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah.
So he had a DSX aux kit, or not aux kit, a flex fuel kit. and it puts like a adapter here and it goes across. So I had to delete that, do a nice Brown & Miller 180 to our Y block at the back.
Let me go on the other side.
I have a flashlight too. There's a Y block. It'll look familiar to anybody that's seen our.
Oh, they can kind of see your little red marks.
Yeah,
That's
the
a
red
tough
mark.
one, but there's the 85 bracket.
Yep. And then
But
that's
the-
our same placement. And then I used or made another flex fuel line just as you do in our kit for that.
Right.
And then other than that, everything else.
Catch can.
Catch can. I
Brown
gotta
and
make one more
Miller.
line. Then just gotta do the meth wiring and stuff.
Yeah, honestly, dude, with the front bumper off, this looks like a Z01 engine bay right now.
Yep. He even did LT4. So I found out it is a rod piston motor. He did LT4 head, so it don't have the space. That's why the blower looks like it's sitting at like a normal height because it don't have spacers on it.
Cool. So he should be able to kind of spin this however much he kind of wants to, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I had more P clamps for this meth line. I'm just waiting on a couple more, and it's gonna be more secured up. But
Yeah, don't worry about that, y'all.
it'll be tidy once you know.
He's still in the middle of working on it.
Yeah.
But this is the concept here.
So you know the same old.
Yeah.
And then you got the routing coming up through there. Everything's grommeted or covered up with hose to make sure it don't get chafed on it.
It's got grommets in each hole. These guys really take their time with it. Gotta
Yeah.
give it to y'all. I'd like y'all to install stuff on my car if I had one.
And then that's where I mount the Hobbs switch. It's tucked up under the fender liner.
Yeah. So when you put it back together, you're not
You won't
gonna
even
see
see
that.
it, yeah.
Exactly. This is pretty neat. I didn't want to make a custom tank, but it ended up working out to where it's not really custom. It's going to be easy to mass produce.
I had the ZL1 ready to go on there. I went to go stick it. I'm like,
Right.
headlights are in the way. And then anybody with one of those, that's an LT4 swap car. You can
Yeah.
use whatever ZL1 tank you
Yeah,
got
exactly.
out there.
Those things are like ZL1 twins. So
Yeah.
everything is good on that. You know, we were kind of expecting the stuff that we used on this one to work on this one, but simply not the case.
We showed you the pump location.
This is not usually how it goes,
No.
but I see you got the drain, which is pretty similar to the ZL1.
Yeah. Just move down like a few inches because you can't get to the bumper at all in this area. It's all blocked off.
Right.
So, got that. Got our familiar hole. I cut a little big because I was scared of not cutting it big enough. So that's the first one.
No, it's cool. It's,
I mean, I didn't want nobody's hand being cramped up in
No,
there.
you got plenty of room to turn that, so that's fine.
Don't worry, I'm gonna wipe that off. We got a comment about
yeah.
that. It's acetone takes it off, people. If you get a car with that on there, it's acetone. But
Yeah, get that white lettering off. It's really not that.
nobody
serious.
makes a gasket for that, so we have to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Got our hose routing.
Yeah, that's pretty typical.
Yep.
Coming
Just
across.
going into the return of the tank. And then normally, like I said, the pump is normally mounted down here, but the feed is going straight. I mean, that's as gravity fed as you can get.
Yeah, I mean, virtually it would be the
It's the same
same
thing. It'd be
just
down there.
coming over and going like that.
Yeah.
So
But
not a huge deal.
not a huge deal, but it'll work.
And as you said, you had a different size. You had to put a union.
Yeah, this barb fitting is a different size than the factory pump outlet, so I had to step it down.
It's all good.
It's all
cut.
good. Ain't no reinventing the wheel for this one. So.
Yeah, it turned out nice. It's got the whole kit, yo. I mean,
Heat exchanger.
honestly, so if you're out there and you've got a 2019 SS Camaro with the LT4 swap, we've got the front tank heat exchanger combo for you, bud.
Man, I just noticed this.
With custom mounts to make it work, everything.
This car has 3,000 miles on it. I don't know what shop had it before. I don't know what shop did the install before, but I've literally had to redo everything I've touched on this car. Like, I don't know what they did here. I don't know why they smashed that all to bits.
Oh God.
Like, this is like, look at this is all dirty. It's all scratched up. Like, that's not even for me. I literally just picked this thing up and cut it and put it back. That's for me, but that's getting covered by the bumper. So
Yeah, no.
if y'all would have saw the meth install, it had a Snow Performance meth kit. If you would have seen this
oh
meth
my
install,
God,
it
I
was
seen it. So I take his word for it, y'all.
it was pretty horrendous.
There's a reason why his trunk is now empty and it's getting all new stuff.
I don't know where I put his trunk piece, but like they tried to reuse the trunk foam insert, but instead of just taking it out and saving it, they cut it all up and then put it back in there.
It just like y'all, it just looked wrong.
it just was not
It
right.
looked like it got violated.
and then the tank capacity literally looked like the catch can. It probably held like
Yeah. No, like that little coffee cup. It was
Yeah.
literally a coffee cup.
I mean, it's a brand new kit. It was never run, so I put it back in the box so you could sell it, so somebody else can buy it.
So, but yeah, you get the engine bay right. It's looking a lot more like a ZL1.
Yeah.
It's got all the proper stuff now. Get your intake back on there, meth hooked up, and
Yeah, I got my feed line right here. You know, come to the 2 nozzles, bam.
unfortunately he's got to yank all this back out so I can take it to powder coat. But
Yes.
this we just figured we get the clip before we forget. Yeah, that's, stay tuned, Eddie. We're gonna show you all that because we got to get it on the dyno and everything. So same thing with this, but yeah, that's it for now.